Hello, everyone. It's 6 months to the general elections in Nigeria, as we all know. And we have school children that have been abducted in Oyo State. By the way, Oyo State it's a Yoruba state. It's in the southwest of Nigeria. For those who do Emiloko, for them it is about tribalism, their own voting pattern. The children that were abducted are actually from the same tribe as the children and people and elders that were abducted are actually from the same tribe as the person who rigged the election and is now claiming to be your president or their president. Yet it doesn't matter because there's no empathy. You see this thing that people focus on tribe, that's not it. It's about competence. It's about character. It's about capacity. It's about compassion. It's about empathy. It's about kindness. It's about patriotism. And as long as you don't have these things, even if the person is from inside your own village, they won't do anything. They will not do anything. Abduction is going to 2 months. A school teacher was killed, was beheaded live on camera, and they released the camera. A child has died in that captivity. Yet, Tinubu has not deemed it fit to pick the phone and say hello. Just to even say hello. In a sane situation, even the families, he would have met them. Doesn't even care. What am I even saying? In a sane situation, the children would have been brought back. You will even call them, apologize. If indeed the state is failing, you will apologize for the failure of the state. But no, of course now. Tinubu Kiekwa. Hey. They can kill, 100 million Nigerians myself. He wouldn't be bothered. Makinde told me Tinubu hasn't called since abduction of 37 pupils, teachers in Oyo. Peter Obi said. Nigeria Democratic Congress presidential candidate Peter Obi has claimed that Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde told him he had not received single telephone call from Bola Tinubu since the abduction of the 37 pupils and teachers in the state more than 50 days ago. In a statement released on X following a visit to Makinde in Ibadan alongside economist Patutomi, Obi said he was shocked to learn that the governor had not been contacted by Tinubu despite the prolonged kidnapping ordeal. To my utmost shock, I discovered that contrary to my assumption that they had been in regular communication over the matter, Governor Seyi Makinde had not received a single call from Tinubu, Obi said. Obi said he traveled to Oyo State to express solidarity with the governor after more than 50 days had elapsed without the rescue of the abducted school children, adding that he had earlier spoken publicly about the incident and appealed to the kidnappers to release the victims. There's no appeal to the kidnappers. How, where, when, for what? If Nigeria had a government, is that whole forest, they will raise it down. Take out every kidnapper there. Lord have mercy. This is what has become our reality. We spent how many years shouting, bring back our girls? That every life of a Nigerian must matter. That no Nigeria was more Nigeria than any Nigeria. That Chibok girls were a representation of those abducted before and after them. That Nigeria must do everything to bring back those that have been abducted. That it is not a privilege, but it is their right as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that they must be rescued. And now we have this. When we were shouting, people were busy doing their thing. They thought, we are just noisemakers. You just want to remove Jonathan. You just want to do this. It is because we enable that nonsense. That's why it's continued there up till now. And terrorists have become emboldened to go and pack Nigerian citizens. See, the other day, they released some that had been in captivity for how many days? This is 67 days or something like that. If you see them, they couldn't stand. They had to carry them. You see grown-up women, they've turned to skin and bones. Grown-up adults, grown children, they can't stand. They have to carry them. Even when they drop them on the floor, you see the way they were lying. That is the Nigeria we are seeing today. Drawing from his experience as governor of Anambra State, Obi said former Nigerian leaders, including Olusegun Obasanjo, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and Goodluck Jonathan, regularly contacted state governors during major security crises. He recalled the abduction of the Chibok schoolgirls in 2014, noting that Tinubu was among those who criticized Jonathan for delaying his call to the then Borno State governor over the incident. According to Obi, there has been more than 13 school kidnappings under Tinubu administration, yet Tinubu had allegedly failed to personally reach out to affected governors. The government and people of Oyo State more than 50 days, yes, more than 50 days, after the abduction of the school children without any tangible effort toward their rescue should rightfully feel bitter and abandoned. He described the situation as evidence of what he called a collapse in governance, accusing the administration of lacking both the capacity and compassion required to address Nigeria's worsening insecurity. Obi further argued that in light of the security situation, Tinubu should either resign or refrain from seeking re-election, describing his appeal as patriotic, not political. I mean, Tinubu should be driven away from there. If we had a national assembly that was a national assembly, Tinubu would have been impeached by now. It's impeachment they should be talking about and making it as fast as possible. So what do we have there? A bunch of slaves that are being controlled by whatever dollar it is that anybody is giving them, that they are sharing for them. So no, zero respect for every one of them now. They are just there. It's just crazy. We are talking about 6 months. 6 months. This alone, even if you are a Tinubu supporter, this alone is enough to tell you that no. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because if they abduct you today, he will not say anything. They abduct your children, he will not say anything. They abduct your family, he will not say anything. That's the part that people don't understand. Oh no, you came out, you were holding this. No, because it's the way they treat that person. God forbid any. In short, there's something like God forbid, because we are all victims waiting to happen. If it should happen to you, you know what? They will not say anything. The reason why you need to fight now when it happens to another person and they don't say anything is that so that they quickly stop it, so that you don't become victim. Because the more silent you are, the more possibility that you will become victim. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people do not understand that part. They neglect it. They think that, oh, this, that, it cannot be, whatever. That's why I always say, yesterday's victims were once survivors. Today's victims were yesterday's survivors. And tomorrow's victims would be today's survivors. Who is next? Those who have been killed before will not be killed again. The next to be killed are those of us who are alive. Again, who is next? The victim card is going around in Nigeria. Being a victim in Nigeria is no longer a matter of if you will be a victim. It's a matter of when you will be a victim.